Well, thank you. I'm glad, gosh, it wasn't the opposite, but thank you so much. Um, we just had Michelle and I did a greater beginnings. We had somebody from both. You said the Carolinas, right? You're in North
Correct.
Carolina.
I'm
Yeah,
in
we had somebody
North.
from South and North Carolina join. So, local greater Nevadans in your state.
My boss is actually a wonderful boss. She's actually in the Greater Nevada area, so she's hoping to connect with you soon in person. We like to hear a
Love
balance,
that. Yeah, we
eventually
should
go
go to
out to our
lunch or something.
partners. So
Yeah,
more I'll keep you posted that as the time comes.
love that. Yeah, I love the collaboration. Again, pro credit union world. Okay, we're getting a little bit closer. Michelle, did I see you start recording for me
I
or?
did.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. We'll go ahead and once it hits that 8 o'clock, get a little bit closer. But just as a warning, by being on here, we are recorded. But I hope that doesn't hesitate or give any hesitation to answer questions. Joselle will absolutely answer questions. And then for the second half of this, Michelle and I will be here to answer those questions. So, all right, it looks like we're on that 8 o'clock hour. We'll go ahead and get started. Good morning. My name is Saray Helms. I'm the Community Relations Specialist for Greater Nevada Credit Union here. Joining me are some of my teammates, Michelle Hale, Chris, Kirsten, and Valerie, and they'll be helping me assist in the chat and post some appropriate tools as needed. But we thank you for joining us on this recorded presentation. Like I said before, we would like you guys to put yourselves on mute, but we will have a couple sections for question and answers or Q&A. Greater Nevada is finding a growing need for financial education from our community members. Each month, we'll be showcasing a financial topic that we hope our community will help move forward together towards financial wellness. If you're interested in learning more about these webinars, please just check out our website. It's at gncu.org, and you can search for Greater Financial Wellness Hub. Today's presentation is on some of Greater Nevada's financial well-being resources and tools, including our guest from Balance. I would like to introduce our presenter today, Joselle Smith. He's the account coordinator with Balance, and will be telling us a little bit about Balance. But before you get started, Joselle, could you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hello, good morning to you. I know it's early, so I appreciate everyone making the time to be here. It's always a pleasure being part of these wonderful sessions here. So a little bit about me. So I'm a regular guy. So I actually was in the United States Air Force for 6 years. Funny story, I actually learned wasn't the best when it comes to personal finance. So I'll be speaking, a lot of it is just kind of learning through the mistakes that I've made in hopes that I can encourage each one of you, especially your members, to improve with their financial well-being. So it wasn't until I joined, I was actually on a mission to Jordan. I was there for 6 months, and I just made that honest decision that I wanted to get out the service just to pursue my education, go to college. And I had no clue about finances, and I didn't have any money, even though we got paid on the 1st and 15th. And it wasn't until I came across a PDF called Escape that changed my life. It introduced me to the world of personal finance. It's going to affect us both in our lives. So I can't tell you how impactful that experience has been in my personal life to achieve our goals, which we all have goals here, right? We all have aspirations. So the fact that I am here talking to you about about personal finance is truly a life-changing and such a rewarding personal accomplishment here. And so me in a nutshell, I love to snowboard. So I'm here on the North Carolina side. So snow season's over for us, but I'm always looking for the next season to make that journey to the mountains.
Thank you, Joselle. I appreciate you sharing a little bit about yourself and that background. That's new to me. We all share, for some reason, we're here and passionate about personal finance and about personal well being. So, with that, I'll just leave it over to you. But before we get started, to our attendees and to Giselle, I welcome you guys to utilize that chat for any questions. And we have a whole crew of us that will be able to hopefully answer those questions and take care of that for you, Giselle, so you won't have to worry about that. Okay, I'll kick it
Beautiful.
over to you. Thank you.
All right. So I'm not able to share, so I do have a lovely presentation here. Can someone please give me
I'm so sorry. Let me make,
access? Thank you so
I
much. No
should be able to
worries.
give you access. Sorry about that. Oof, rusty.
No worries at
Okay,
all.
I should
No
have
worries at
just
all.
given you presentation capabilities. Let me know if that went through for you.
I think we're good. Thank you so much,
Okay,
Saray.
thank you.
Beautiful. And can everyone just give me a thumbs up that they're able to see my presentation here? So that should be live now. Just go ahead and give me a thumbs up there on the reactions, just to make sure that everyone can hear me loud and clear, please. Awesome, beautiful. Thank you so much. I'll take it that this is a go. So I just want to again, thank you. My name is Giselle Smith here. I'm your account coordinator at Balance. So I'm here to provide all the education resources in order to help your organization's needs when it comes to educational resource. So just want to welcome each and everyone here. Thank you for spending some time to get to know more about the GNCU partnership with Balance. So we're going to spend the next couple of minutes reviewing some information of who Balance is, the way we empower your members and employees with financial counseling and education, and how you can utilize the partnership to improve the financial health of your members and impact your communities. So a little bit about Balance. So Balance was founded in 1969 as a consumer credit counseling service of San Francisco. Balance today is a nationally respected financial service organization on a mission to help consumers achieve financial independence through debt reduction, home ownership, and improving the overall their management skills. We do know that personal money management is a critical life skill that will never receive a formal training on. And like me, as I've shared earlier, I've learned through trials and errors with time. Our mission is to be the financial guide dedicated to helping you balance life's most important decisions with a vision to be the most trusted source for financial advice, inspiring and empowering people from all walks of life to achieve their financial dreams, whatever those might be. Our counseling and coaching staff take hundreds and thousands of phone calls each year and lead hundreds of workshops on behalf of our credit union partners while assisting credit union members in improving their credit scores, helping them pay out debt, getting into home ownerships, avoiding foreclosure, and achieving their personal life goals. So as you can see here on the screen, these are all our wonderful accomplishments. I do want to highlight the SOC 2 certified, which SOC 2 is a voluntary compliance standards for service organization. This is a really big deal. Balance um, does take your security and your privacy very seriously. Now, Balance does follow the counseling model of the financial health network by considering the four components of financial health, which is around spend, save, borrow, and planning. Now, according to the Financial Health Network, you are in financial good health when you spend less than what you make. You pay your bills on time. You have sufficient savings. You have long-term savings and assets. You have in a sustainable debts amounts. You have good credit, and you have the appropriate insurance and other protections and having the ability to plan ahead. Now, if you are a frontline staff member, you may not have the time or the specific expertise to counsel a member regarding their finances. Referring them to Balance can provide them with the assistance that they need, and you can feel confident knowing that they're in the hands of an experienced certified counselor Balance information can be included in loan denials and past due notices to inform members that GNCU cares about their financial well-being and offers the resources to help them improve their credit standing and their financial condition. So this is an excellent de-escalating tool for members who may be upset about a loan denials. That's never an easy conversation, or they're particularly experiencing a unique financial hardship. Refer members to our financial coaches hotlines and web page resources, which we'll talk more about here in a bit, is a great way to get the financial resources and assistance that they need, right? I'm sure you have, especially the frontline staff, or you're constantly interacting with your members, you may have hear a little bit about their situations, and perhaps you don't always have the time to dedicate the time to their stories or their situations, and that's where balance comes in. Now, when you're having those conversations, when you're having those meaningful compacts conversations with your members, you may want to. These are certain good indicators that they might be able to benefit from our counseling sessions, right? If you hear that, how do I improve my credit score? Perhaps they've been denied for a loan or a credit card. Perhaps you might hear, how do I get out of debt? Perhaps they might be experiencing late payments. Perhaps you might hear that they're having trouble keeping up with their bills. They're going through a financial hardship. Or you hear that they're feeling overwhelmed. They don't know what a budget is. Perhaps they are, experiencing NSCs or overdraft fees. These are all the great referral opportunities and where balance comes in to helping them. Now, other ways that we can help your organization is through our source over content creation, right? So we have the website, we have newsletters and social media channels to take that burden off your staff. You can also be a leader in your community, right? So we do have turnkey workshops and website content for over 50 topics. Provide financial counseling to your members. So we do counsel in multiple language, 58 hours a week for the fraction of a cost and overhead of having to hire and train your staff. And could be an extension of your HR and training departments without adding to their workload. So we can provide staff training on specific financial topics. Just to name a few: student loans, credit reports, their scores, and etc., as well as train and support your staff in how to incorporate balance. Ooh, sorry, here my mouse. Oops, okay. Wow, my mouse just died on camera. Wow, that's inconvenience, but let's keep going there. So we also provide an omni-channel education support system, right? So we can impact each and every department there, every adult learner in different ways. We understand that. So we can provide the total optimization to support your organization's needs. And we're going to talk about the support systems here in a bit. Now, as a benefit of our partnership, Balance is a free service to your members. One of the ways that we can assist your member is through the financial counseling. Is through the financial counseling's right. So we coach clients nationwide with credit certified counselors available 6 days a week. Again, counseling is provided in English and Spanish. However, we do utilize language line solution services for over 100 languages. We also offer co-branded material that could be available, such as brochures, typically at low no cost, especially just to send those electronics. And we always recommend this, including these into those welcome packages for new members. Now, as you can see here on the screen, so we do provide counseling support on financial and housing matters. So the balance experience after referral after a member gets connected to a coaches. So when a member calls the financial coach hotline, the first person that they're going to speak to is a counselor, right? The counselor is going to ask the member who referred them, so GNCU, and to name the person that referred them over to, because internally we do track those referrals. The counselor will answer the immediate questions and provide accompanying resources. If needed, additional appointments will be scheduled. And really, the ultimate goal of balance is to help your members succeed, help them become financially empowered. Each step they uncover paves the way to accomplish another. This is going to create a circle of success in financial empowerment, right? So we're going to help them reduce debt, which is going to allow your members to have more money set aside. When members have, when there's savings, that gives them the ability to set aside for emergencies um, and unexpected circumstances. And we all know that maintaining a good credit score and debt to income ratio may provide in helping your members qualify for additional products and services and achieving the goals of one day becoming a homeowner. And just to kind of quickly go over the financial support on the financial side, so we provide money management. We review credit reports, review your members, very thorough. Typically, each session will be about 45 to 6 minutes, but we'll work with them for as long as it takes. And we also even provide identity theft solutions, right? So many of you know that that's on the rise. That's a very big circumstance. So we do provide those necessary steps to support your members in the event that they fall under that system. So as I mentioned earlier, all of our councils are HUD certified. So we do provide specific counseling on the student loan counseling side, and on the housing side, we'll provide foreclosure prevention, rental assistance, and pre-purchase education all the way from pre-purchase all the way to closing, to help your members understand and make the best educated decisions. Now, in addition to the financial coach hotline, so we do have a beautiful co-branded website here. Now, this site offers the immersed personalized content across different media channels such as articles, videos, financial booklets. So as you can see here on the screen, you can visit the gncu.balancepro.org to have access to a large database. Each month we do populate new articles, so we do send out to your organization, and a lot of the articles actually get populated into the database here. So I would actually take you into the live look here, but unfortunately, my uh, my mouse died on here, so I don't have any control of the platform here. But thankfully, I do have some slides here just to give you a really good understanding of all the additional resources here, right? So as you can see here on the screen, um, the co-branded website is branded to GNCU, so staff members will be able to recognize that branded situation there. The looking at it, we give a good description that these services are completely free to your members. And as you can see on the screen, there is a chat box there. So this is a great way for members to get connected to a coach. So by them clicking to that chat feature there, they'll be able to provide just very basic information, first and last name, their email, and whether they would like to speak to a financial or a housing counselor, so that they can reach out and start that connection there. And of course, as you can see, our toll-free number, and that's very important. So I encourage everyone to write that down. That's the 888-456-2227, and where members can get connected to a certified coach to help them in all of their financial matters. So moving forward here, I'm going to go and kind of walk you through the features of the private label websites, right? So as I mentioned, over 300 articles. We have tons of videos, podcasts. A lot of times our coaches would actually utilize the toolkits as part of the action steps. So depending on your members' unique circumstance, we always create a unique action steps so that to take, for your members to leave away with. So our counselors actually use those toolkits to give your members additional resources to help them improve with their unique financial situation. The private label website is actually really good for all of your marketing, all your social media channels. So we do upload new contents monthly. So please feel free to utilize those articles to promote certain topics and use those in your social media strategies. Now, moving forward here, so balance is a member benefit, right? So including marketing material in each packet for a new account holder, it's a really good idea because this is going to support your members' financial health. And it's always a win-win for both the member and the organization, right? We always recommend, whether it's, life, depending on, we all go through different life stages, good or bad, but just knowing that you have balance to help you through those important lives, both good and bad, those life stages will show that you truly care about your members' well being. So these are just referral opportunities here to encourage your members to reach out and get connected to a certified coach. And the very first step is I encourage everyone to become a balance ambassadors, right? The best way to offer these suggestions or create referral opportunities for your members is to try our tools and resources. I encourage everyone to sign up for one of our monthly webinars. Many ways, so we do send out, as you can see on the screen, that's the 23 webinar schedule. We do have the entire schedule on the co-branded website there. That's just one of the many ways that you have access to the upcoming webinar. So we talk about each and every financial topic. They're really engaging, they're really fun. They're actually held by our lovely presenter Lorraine Upchurch, who has over 10 years of experience. So we ask QA, we ask some questions, and then at the end of each session, we have a small QA and we answer each and all questions to your members. So I encourage everyone to sign up, and please feel free to refer, to encourage internally. These are great for professional development. These are great for community outreach. So I encourage everyone to sign up and see how wonderful and how impactful the content is. We also have I want to ask everyone, when was the last time that you've had a financial health checkup? So I encourage each and one of you to give us a call. This is going to be a 10-question survey, again, created by the Financial Health Network, and that's going to provide a financial score. So according to the Financial Health Network, this is going to give clients an understanding of whether they are considered financially vulnerable, coping, or healthy. So we're hoping that this is an enticing opportunity for clients to engage with a coach and begin taking the action steps to improving their financial journey to what success looks like for them. And we also have created some marketing materials well around the Financial Health Network. And I'll be more than happy to share those with your organization here. And we are at the end here. So I just want to thank each and one of you for being with me here today. So Ray, I'm going to go over and turn this over back to you. I hope that you have creative control because I apologize again. My mouse died on me on live. So I don't think I'll be able to actually disconnect from the PowerPoint. So if you're able to do that for me, I would greatly appreciate that.
No problem. Let me see if I can do that for you. Also, I just want to say let's give Joselle a huge round of applause. Thank you so much, Joselle, virtual or regular. we just so appreciate, I'm sure we can hear the crowd roaring, but we appreciate your time and, your expertise to walk us through all of these items on balance. I remember the first time going through your presentation and I just had learned so much of what is offered through this. So let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to find you right now and see if I can steal that screen from you.
Okay. And no
Okay.
worries. I'm going to go ahead and send this presentation over to Michelle so we can have all those resources there. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you all. Have a beautiful, happy Friday to everyone. Have a safe and lovely weekend.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Joselle.
much, Joselle. We'll see you later. And for the rest of us, go ahead and stay on for the second half. We're going to go over our website that Joselle talked about of where to find some of those resources and some more of the resources. But before we start getting started and we dive in, I wanted to open it up to anybody. Please feel free to go in the chat or put yourselves off of mute. Are there any questions regarding balance? Joselle, we're going to go into it a little bit more in depth and actually do a walkthrough, which Joselle wasn't able to do. But on our beautiful new website on gncu.org, we're going to show you where to find some of these resources. So
And to let you know that if you're in the beginning, if you're uncomfortable about having the phone conversation, they do have a chat feature that'll walk you through till you're comfortable enough to have the full conversation with them.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and how amazing to hear that it's offered in different languages, right? And I will kind of walk you guys and show you this. So, to find our free resources and tools, such as Balance and their financial counseling and coaching, which, as you heard, is free for our members, I'm going to show you where to find that. If you just visit, just like I said, gncu.org, it'll take you to our main webpage. But I'm going to have you hover over this resources tabs and we're going to take a look at what's in here. There's wellness resources, and we're going to spend some time on two of these. The financial webinars and events is exactly us and what you're on right now. So one Friday per month, Friday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. will be highlighting a financial topic once a month. So this month is our financial resources and tools to get you started. We're going to go ahead and click on the financial education tool. It's going to bring you to this page and we're going to walk you through. We'll see lots of these up here, which we'll go through in just a moment, but I wanted to show you where to find balance and all of the tools that Joselle just talked about. This free financial counseling. You can see right here, our partners from Balance are right there. We're going to go ahead and click and see more. Um, Balance, just as Joselle described, is a free financial counseling one-on-one personal conversation, whether you can have it over the phone or chat and in different languages, but they offer so much more. So I wanted to actually dive into, he was talking about a co-branded website, and this is what it looks like. It'll take you here. So I'm just going to scroll down and as you can see, just review some of the coaching opportunities that they have, debt and budgeting, crediting, student loans, just as he talked about. But I'm going to go to the top and I really encourage, just as Joselle did, click on that free webinar kind of icon at the very top, super easy to get to. And we can see all those webinars that we just talked about in the chat and we posted in the chat. So definitely recommend not only joining ours, but taking initiative for yourself and joining the ones from our experts at Balance. The next resource I wanted to show you is that Balance isn't just a free financial counseling and coaching. Just like Michelle said, some of us maybe are a little bit more shy or maybe want to we just take learning into our own hands or our own time. And so I really want to walk through this resources tab at the top. Bear with me. We have the spinning wheel. There we go. So there's tons of resources within Balance for those of us that want to learn either or have a different style of learning or want to learn on our own. So as you can see over here, there's articles, calculators, videos, podcasts, all different kinds of items, and you can use this utilize the search feature to narrow down the topics of which are most important to you. But I highly recommend that. Like I said, there's about something for everything or something for everybody there. If you just click on our logo, it's going to just take you back to that main path. And some of these look familiar from Jocelle's website or presentation, excuse me. So that is for balance. I highly recommend even our internal staff going through it. Before you send somebody else through it, take a look at what that experience is for you. It's about 45 minutes to an hour. For us to say that there's nothing we want to work on, I think is really silly. There's always something we can work on. And I think that's the main thing with financial well-being is that it's always top of mind and it's always something we'll have to work on and get better. So in that case, I'm going to head back to our main website of our resources and tools to take initiative and find out where, what other resources we can have to learn. So I'm going to click back and hover over that resources and go to this financial education tab again. And I wanted to start with these boxes up here. These boxes, just as I said, maybe you're not a video or a web podcast person and you are a visual and textile learner, we can go into these are all courses. We call them modules or playlists, but the module is based on a topic and we'll have multiple topics within there that we can learn. So I'm going to go ahead and start with financial foundations. These resources and tools, or I call them just courses, we'll get to the login of the email in just a moment, but you can see here that the financial foundations playlist, as we go in, will have multiple different, oh, it's going to make me log in. Okay, let's go over that. To keep track and control of your own personal learning and see where you left off and what topics you've already done, it is going to have you do a sign and login with our email. And we're hoping with this is just your, you can go to register. I've already registered, but it will keep track of them. As you can see, I've started some of them. I have some to continue, and we're hoping we can add additional, maybe incentives and things like that. So checking accounts, car loans, preventing overdrafts. This whole platform is by our partners called EverFi. And EverFi creates these really awesome walkthroughs, anything from checking accounts to building a business, owning a home, helping your grandparent bank is all here. So those are really interesting. And just as we have these, I wanted to take you guys back. For our everyday learners, we have a platform that EverFi has created just for our grader students, which is very similar. It's kind of a more colorful platform, but I wanted to take you guys through some of the tools and resources that maybe we can take back home to our kids or give to our kiddos. So you can scroll down. Lots of different information on here, but I want to click on this Grader Students tab at the top. And this is just like those courses we saw, except they focus on 3 main topics for our students: smart budgeting, smart savings, and smart investing. I'm going to click on smart investing just because it's one of my favorite ones because it's so unique. But within
And
here,
so,
you can see, oh, go
Sheree,
ahead.
sorry to interrupt, but
No, please.
just to let everybody know that Sheree's used these same modules when she's gone into the high schools. So if you're
Correct.
interested in teaching financial education to the communities, please refer to these modules. They're actually easy to understand and a little more exciting than some of our EverFi modules.
They're exciting, agreed. In the investment ones, it talks about building a business. Budgeting, it's much more interactive. We go on a road trip and we try to budget all of our expenses on the road trip. So just to give you guys a click and a walkthrough really quickly, what it kind of looks like. This is fun to do in the classroom. Maybe you're an educator yourself and you can just take your kids into the computer lab and have them walk along. So, we're all out of gas. We spent some money on lattes and things like that. So as you can see, it's a little bit more interactive. Some walkthroughs and click-alongs, lattes. Okay, we'll go ahead and head back. But just as Everfi creates courses for us, they do create courses for our students as well. So that covers kind of our Everfi portion, and you can find those here: building financial capability, investing, owning a home, all those different topics. And if finishing a whole entire section probably takes less than an hour. They're about for anywhere from 2 minutes to 12 or 15 minutes each. If we scroll down a little bit, there's that financial caregiving, like I said, from any topic, even financial caregiving. There's our balance and our free financial counseling, but I wanted to talk about a couple more financial well-being tools and resources that we have. The first one being is, like I said, these webinars that we are on right now. Greater Nevada Credit Union will be hosting one financial topic per month. You can see our webinar topics here per month, which Friday they're on, which month they are. You can click on them to get, the top 3 items you would learn from that, and you can register for more of these webinars there. The next one is our Live Greater blog. Again, for our self-paced, I love to take this because you can just take it on the go, grab your coffee, and sort it by different categories and topics, again, of which are most important to you. Just take a look at what we have posted. I highly recommend popping in there or adding yourself to our social or email list to get the updates as they come out. There's our Live Greater blog. And the financial counselors is one of the last wellness tools I wanted to talk about. We whizzed through this pretty quickly, which was awesome. But as I don't know if you're anything like me, I know a lot of us really want real world numbers. How much is this really going to cost me? And I am a fan of going in. I have definitely used the mortgage calculator, the biweekly calculator, buying a car versus leasing a car. Go in there, take a look, and see what it would truly look like out of pocket. Budgeting calculators, saving calculators, CD calculators, which are awesome right now. I use that CD calculator for our CD special that's going on. And then it takes you down to some more if you're more interested in actually taking action. When we say take action, I think signing up for these webinars and going through the courses are taking action. You should absolutely pat yourself on the back and for being here for that. But if you want to take further action, you can go in and start looking at some of the products that may best suit you. I will leave it at that and I'll open it to questions. I hope that was a pretty clear walkthrough of where to find some of these tools and resources on our website. Does anybody have any questions that we can open it up to about Joselle, about our website, about any of the financial education resources and tools we have? And those are just our online ones. Those familiar or internal know that we have lots more, such as Bite of Reality and things like that.
Well, it looks like Chris had asked if we promoted our monthly webinars in the branches. That's probably a good question.
I did actually. I hope they went out yesterday because this is our first one in our first month. We're celebrating financial capability or financial well-being month this month of April. Congrats. So this is our very first one. Branches, I did send out flyers to you via interoffice and sent an email out, as well as I probably just voluntold and added your name to most of the webinars. So I appreciate the ones that you can make in advance. Chris also asked, is so much great content for our members inbound? Yes, agreed. just one point on that as I wanted to make is these are on our general public website. When we speak of our members can use these, yes, our members can use them, our internal staff can use them, but their friends and family can also use them just by going to our website. So there's no membership needed to, take that journey to financial well-being.
Yeah, and
Thank you,
Saray,
Chris.
we extend even beyond virtual. We have the opportunities like you're getting ready to do with Bite of Reality. Can you tell us a little bit more about Bite of Reality?
I would love to tell you about Bite of Reality. I don't know if I'll ever stop talking about it. Bite of Reality, for those that have not heard of it, Bite of Reality is offered to us by a nonprofit that Greater Nevada Credit Union sponsors called the Richard Miles Foundation. And the Richard Miles Foundation works with different credit union partners in providing financial education to our youth. So we typically try to focus on that high school age or young adult age of ages 14 to about 24. Bite of Reality is an interactive, hands-on app-based, wow, that's a mouthful, budgeting simulation. What happens that when we roll out our Bite of Reality or we perform one of these Bite of Realities, what it typically looks like is we're going into a high school. Sometimes it's multiple high schools that are welcomed in, and we have a large group of students, typically the senior class, anywhere from 35 kids to 250 kids in a group. The Bite of Reality is they have a budgeting simulation and they're asked to pay all their bills as an adult. But what we have them do is they get randomly assigned a career, randomly assigned a salary with that career. They may or may not have a spouse, and that spouse may or may not have a combinable income. They have at least one child. They all have some type of debt. They have a random credit score assigned and they're asked to go pay their bills. And this is a fun, interactive, most of the time when people and our students hear, oh, a budgeting simulation, they are not enthralled, but by the end of it, we are having so much fun and goofing with them. The point is to get them to feel some of the real world pressures of spending and ads and branding. There's so many things that we can buy with our money, and we will feel that pressure from the real world of spending our money on what they want us to. But ultimately, reminding that these students to not take that bite of reality and to ground themselves to let them know that they are in control of their money. So yes, we'll be doing that. We do that all throughout the year with our high schools, with some of our partners and things like that. There goes my latte. Exactly. And this is what a lot of the students learn. Rick is one of our volunteers out there. Many of our Greater Nevadans, when we go out, it takes many volunteers to be able to perform the Bite of Reality because our business partners and our staff is actually working behind the tables to pretend to volunteer as the sales vendor. So to put on that role of being the pushy car salesman, or to let them know that maybe they don't need that expensive toy for their kid and they just may end up playing with the box that many of us know. So many different financial education tools and resources. So that is one of our in-person, but just as these webinars we hold, you may find us out in the community hosting in-person financial education classes to some of our partners, such as Reno Housing Authority, Eddie House, and many more. Michelle, does that cover it up?
I think
Anything
it
else?
does. I think it does.
Okay.
We have so many resources, and I hope that all of you take advantage of those and offer them out to everybody. We don't want anybody left behind, especially when it comes to finances. As we, are feeling the pressure of the cost of living going up, we want to make sure that everybody feels a little more secure. And I would say telling most people to start now, looking at your finances, getting some advice is probably the best thing to do. You don't want to wait till the last minute, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think all of us that are behind those teller line or in those branch stations, all of us can hear, like I said, I'm definitely not past it where I could use financial counseling and help getting towards my goals. I think we all can. We all share that goal of financial freedom. But truly, it is up to us to get there. We are in control of our funds and our money and to make the change for ourselves. So I highly encourage you guys, again, pat yourself on the back, give yourselves the round of applause for even showing up this morning and today. I hope you'll continue to see us on the rest of our webinars throughout the year for each topic. And then, like I said, I just posted all of those kind of quick links on there. Follow up our blog. I'm also going to post, because I'm a social fan, our Facebook and Instagram. If you guys are social media fans or maybe on the go, we'll post some tips, reels, fun things in there. Um, like I said, I'm always a fan of different learning styles. So anyway, I will let us off early. If there's no questions, again, please let us know if you have any. Please feel to reach out to us at communityinvolvement@gncu.net if you do have any questions. If not, we hope to see you guys all on the next webinar. Good morning. Have a good day. Happy Friday. Happy
Bye,
weekend.
everybody.
Bye.